welcome, welcome, welcome. Take what resonates and discard the rest. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. It's not going to resonate with everybody. I am Whitney Møøn. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. I have been a little bit away. And for that, I do slightly apologize. I have been super busy with multiple work contracts and spending some very quality time with a lovely, lovely man. And I just am running, I feel like, out of time. I feel like 24 hours in a day is not enough time. So so much is changing, and I'm not sure how this channel is going to continue to go, but you know, I always embrace change and evolution, and sometimes I'm not always going to be here, and that's okay. So that's why I say take what resonates and discard the rest. Okay. There's going to be a lot coming in for collective today. I'm going to try to bring through what best serves us. In the meantime, get comfortable and, enjoy it if you can. You know how I never quite know how I want to wear my hair with these readings because, I am just floored at life right now and how much it is giving me. Not that I am bragging by any means, but I am kind of a little bit bragging because, wow, when dreams come true, you know what I mean? What are you supposed to do? Woo! Okay, here we go. Oh, take what resonates. Like I said, this is going to be a big one today, okay? This is going to be a big one. Yeah, let's do the dice. Woo! Holy moly. 12th house. Pisces and the moon. Oh my God. That is, I think I just rolled a triple Pisces. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening? Because the moon is Pisces. That symbol is Pisces. And 12th house is Pisces. Oh my God, I just pulled a triple Pisces. I thought so. Oh my God. What the fuck? Conclusions. Well, actually, technically the moon energy is Cancer energy. Okay, so let's not take it as a triple Pisces because the moon really wants me to look at the fact that it's Cancer inflicted, which would be heavy emotions. I mean, it's still bringing out the definition of the moon, which is and can be illusionist per se. So endings to, okay, so then Piscean energy, fish, twin flame, partner, opposition, enemies, frenemies, because that's hidden enemies as well in the 12th house. Overcoming hidden enemies. Okay. That's why I was like, this is take it if it resonates, okay? Because it's not going to for everybody. All right. Something's on it. This is emotional, so I'm going to use the pot tarot because it's very emotional, very emo on how it delivers its message. Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, Ace of Swords in reverse, sorry. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the King and Queen of Pentacles Both just showed up in reverse on top of each other. That's ironic. Okay, then this Knight of Pentacles shows up with the 10 of Swords in reverse, all led by the Ace of Wands. What's going on? Greetings, greetings. This is just some collective messages. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, don't worry. We will be changing the message shortly. Okay, so there was obviously some type of devastating end to something that you were growing. Okay, Hierophant. It could have been a relation. It was a relationship with something. Anything you're growing it and you're building a bond with it. You're building a relationship with it. Okay. So there was, with the Ace of Wands, I believe something that you were using as truth. Okay. So you were in your truth, raising your buds, doing what you needed to do, and somebody interfered that, saying that that wasn't your position. You don't, like, almost like your parents, you know, like if you were 16 and pregnant, they would take your kid away from you, kind of thing, you know, like you're not old enough to be a parent. We need to show you how to parent. Okay. Seems, I just heard ambidextrous. I don't know if you can write with both hands. But that kind of seems like, that seems shady. That, or ambidextrous, meaning these people go on both, they play on both sides. Okay, that could be it. King and Queen of Buds in reverse. These people, from the looks of it, are married. Hierophant beside them, they could be married, but they're twisted. Okay, like they like the boss. Okay, this could also be, you could be working for people. Okay, husband and a wife, but not necessarily. Okay, there's a king and queen in above you, and you, while you're working on company time, you devise a product or a patent or something. Okay, and you technically can release this product on your own. Okay, because you've invented it. You've proven yourself to the company, your loyalty, right? You obviously invented it. You're smart enough for it. And then they take the patent away from you. They say that you can't do this with the company. You're irresponsible, even though you created it, even though it was your baby. You can't control it anymore. Somebody's, okay. Okay, so now what I'm kind of seeing is somebody could have taken the power away from your manager and then overstepped your manager at some point. Like this king and queen could have overstepped this Knight of Buds. Okay, over this Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so they could have overstepped. Like this Knight of Buds, as you can see, is watering their plants. Okay, what happens when you water? Things can grow. Okay, so this Knight is growing this plant. Okay, something that they started from seedling. Okay, but then this king and queen step in. Okay, like they're of more hierarchy. Okay, and take that plant away from them. Okay, in the midst of the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is the Ace of Swords in reverse. This isn't good. Queen of Wands. This was your baby. You know what I mean? It's hard to see, that lights are kind of clashing with the cards, but this was your bond. This was your baby. Okay, and they took that away from you. I once had this manager that was overstepped by two female managers and took my job away from me, and all that male manager wanted was for me to work for him, but the females took it as I was pissing all over their territory, even though it didn't have anything to do with their territory. It had something to do with the man's territory that I wanted to work for. These women I didn't even have to see, but for some reason, they influenced this manager's opinion and overstepped him regarding me. So there could have been, justice. Okay, so there's definitely somewhere where this king and queen has overstepped. Okay, 4 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Buds in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. That's the team. The 3 of Pentacles is the team that you work with. It's everything that you need to put and strategize together. So if this queen and this king were the only other two that you were working with, they both turned on you. when one was supposed to stay on your side. I feel like you might have been put up with 4 different people, or you might have been put against 3 different people. Okay. And it wasn't supposed to, I don't know if your team turned on you, if somebody has lied. Okay. That's the whole Ace of Swords beginning this whole thing in reverse. Somebody has lied. Somebody's manipulated energy, and justice is all over it. That's karma, all over it instantly. Universe knows when people lie. And what this lie did was 10 of Swords you. So it left you for dead. It took something away from you that was supposed to help you survive. There's Temperance. 420, y'all. That's the balance. Oh, man. Okay, whatever somebody just recently lied about that inflicted your Ace of Pentacles, okay, your seed, whatever they lied about, you are so balanced and so in control that what these people did, I feel like it was supposed to happen. I feel like it was supposed to expose how weak this king and queen really are. They've obviously been stealing from people for a long time, telling them that they're all working together, but they're not. I once worked for this bar back in the day, and on your cash out, they had this thing on the bottom with a little box and a check mark that said $2. And if you added the $2 in, you marked the little tab, okay, put your toonie in, and that toonie was to go towards a float if you wanted that protected you from people walking out on their bills. Okay, I found out after working for them, somebody walks out on a bill, it is not that server's responsibility or that bartender's responsibility to pay that tab. It's the establishment's responsibility. But man, have I paid a lot of tabs over my years of people walking out, and there goes $100, $150. One time this guy walked out on a $200 tab. Okay, I had to pay it. People don't understand. You walk out on a tab, and the bar, if they're shady as fuck, will charge the employees, okay, to pay that back. So this job, okay, I thought, awesome. They obviously have a problem with people walking out, so I'll put my $2 in, okay, because sometimes it's just a beer as well, you know, $5. Here, give me my $5. Somebody walked out. I don't want to have to pay for that, okay? And when I quit there, I asked to retrieve my money and was never called back. The last night I worked, my boss took his pants off and started wagging his dick around the entire establishment, which triggered something very emotional inside me of seeing my boss walk around with his dick out like that, an old ass man, okay, triggered something inside of me. So when I went to leave and I wanted money, you know, they didn't really know that I was quitting, but I wanted my money. They denied me my money. They took away 2 different cash outs that they owed me. They suddenly didn't want to give me my last paycheck. So I identified that they were doing something illegal. Now all of a sudden they have stopped paying me altogether. Okay, but establishments aren't allowed to do that, although they think, what is one little girl going to do? What is one 20-year-old going to do? What is one 30-year-old going to do? I'm the boss. I'm the man. I'm allowed to fuck over people. That's who collective is dealing with most of the time, okay? And you won't even really know that you're dealing with it until the time is too late, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, until it's too late, until the wheel has spun and you've lost something because 2 people were greedy, okay, and egotistical, and thinking that they can take the poor, they can take, you know, the vulnerable person's ideas and create their own, because that vulnerable person can't prove that they in fact created the product. Okay, we are dealing with menace to society. We are dealing with people that are so cold, so sick, so obnoxiously driven that they actually believe that they can shut people's lives down and that they should feel more worthy of their position now in life for doing so. Okay, these people are so far off their trail, off their ass, off their fucking mission, okay, and they will take it out on you. Okay, so whatever it is that we're dealing with right now, like I've got a witch that tries so hard to take away everything, and she can't. I'm on an uncontrollable stop now. The money's come in, the jobs have come in, the guys come in, the new apartments come in, everything is coming in. I don't quite know what we're going to do the apartment yet. You might see me somewhere new in 2 months, but I haven't really decided if I want it. I've been kind of given an apartment, and you know when you get given something, you're like, this seems shady. Why are you telling me I can live there? Like, you know what I mean? So sometimes if you get held back so much that once you increase your flame, once you ignite your soul, okay, and don't allow these witches to ever cross in your path again, you become stronger than them. They make it seem like they're taking something away from you, but what they don't understand is that if they did take a job away from you, if they did take a spouse away from you, you got something better. Okay. And if it hasn't manifested yet, it's manifesting, and they're trying to stop it in the midst right now. Okay. That's why I try to say not to brag about things. Okay. Not to, and I mean, these things that I'm manifested, I've already manifested. They're already made a nice little crease in my world. I can't speak about them, although I will not give full fucking, this is what I'm doing, and blah, 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 right? You can allow people in on your life, but try not to brag to a point where you're going to piss somebody off, even though you have full bragging rights. Okay. It doesn't mean that you piss somebody off that is on their high horse that thinks they can knock you down. Okay, these people want to knock you down. These people want to take your patent. They want to take your work ideas away from you. They say that you can't handle it because money's going to be manifested. Obviously, they're going to say you can't handle money. There's something wrong with you. You have some type of addiction. You have some type of, incession or obsession or something like that. Okay, it's all a play on words, which is why there is so much Pisces energy. They're trying to hide shit in the moon. They're trying to hide shit in the closet in these dark places, but you're a pillar of light, which means if they summon you, or if they're even talking about you, okay, you're going to be introduced into the conversation, whatever it is they're hiding in the closet, boom, you just turn the light on and you're going to expose. These people are going to get exposed, and they're going to hate you for it. This could be drive-by shootings. They could make an attempt on you. Be careful. Watch for low tires. Check your tire pressure if you do drive. Somebody could have came by, took all the pressure out in your tires, and then you go to drive and you pop them and you fucking get into an accident. Okay, be careful, because if they want something that you've created that bad, they will try to off you. Okay, and I mean, that's going to come back on them, obviously, times 10. Okay, but it doesn't mean that the airstrike might not happen, because it most likely will. Okay, it's just you're probably going to be protected. Okay, so there's the Ace of Buds now with the Page of Buds. You see how there's the Page of Pentacles. And now you get to start a new tree because they took this original tree away from you. Like, I mean, you weren't that far in the growing process, but there was buds on there, which means it was shit to be smoked. Okay, so now you're starting again. Okay, or this is a time where their Ace of Bongs doesn't matter. They can't lie about what you're doing. Okay, it's almost going to be like something's going to happen, okay, where a contract is going to unfold that the collective is not going to know, or that these karmics are not going to know about, and it's going to be manifested because you're not putting it on social media, because people don't know about it. Like, I can talk about having a boyfriend. Do you think anybody knows who it is? No. And it's also on a phone that's unregistered. Okay, so I have completely now resorted into what some person thinks is my phone that they keep getting into. I now barely even use, and I make it seem like I use it, but I don't really use it because I've got burner phones now. Okay, and if one finds out about one, then I just start using the other one. Okay, get smarter than your competitors. Get smarter than the people who think that they've trumped you. What? Because they took a job away from you? What? They took a boyfriend away from you? That's nice. That's going to happen to them times 3. You're going to keep moving as long as you don't dim your light. You don't succumb to any of this shit. You're going to keep moving forward, and they're not going to be able to do a fucking thing about it. Okay, it's why it's 12th house. You're done. End of chapter. What happens at the end of the book? You end it and you start another one. There isn't all of a sudden you're reading the last chapters of your fucking, R.L. Steen book, and then all of a sudden chapters just appear. No. Once the book is done, from cover to cover, it's done. There is no more extension. I feel like somebody has gotten an extension on your life. That's what that sounds like to me, on how that was just explained. That would mean that somebody's got some type of extension on your life, and they keep extending. Maybe that, I just got goosebumps. So they're extending this last chapter that you keep trying to close off. Oh. Oh. Three of bongs in reverse. Three of swords. There's the moon. Yo, I'm telling you, on the bottom of the deck, sneaky little bastards with the fucking hangman in reverse. These people can't hang out in this anymore. Okay, I'm just kidding. This is, again, taking it. Okay. I feel like somebody fought in the war here. I'm getting a war hero. And you're trying to, okay. So now I'm getting some type of war hero. Okay, who comes back. Actually, there was this Instagram account that I followed, this veteran, Canadian veteran, served, and now he distributes marijuana. Like, he has a whole dispensary out in BC. And because one of the things is like with PTSD, weed is very weed and PTSD, honestly, they really help each other out. Weed naturally calms the body down where PTSD takes over. Okay, so why this temperance is here is because the universe is see how my voice is changing? Okay, it's like another soul is coming out of me. I don't even recognize this voice right now that I'm even speaking in right now. So I feel like you have mastered this temperance. So you have gone somewhere. This could be obesity. You might have fought obesity, whatever the war is. We're not here to judge people's wars, okay? Whatever your war was, you balanced it, okay? And even with the PTSD, there really isn't any book on PTSD and getting rid of it, okay? We can identify our triggers and hope to God that people respect it, okay? Also, people might see your triggers as weaknesses. The second you notice that you have a trigger and there is a weakness, you are stronger than everybody in that room that denies you that fucking frequency. Because you have now learned how to get into your body, how to read your signs, how to read yourself, okay? And these little robot motherfuckers on the outside trying to say how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to think, how you're supposed to feel are going to get a reality check. Okay? Because you just had to get reality checked. You just had to prove that, okay, you just got put through the ringer for some reason on growing weed. Like, you don't deserve to fill the world up with a cure to PTSD. Do you see how we as society are so abused and don't even know it? Because we will, if not handled properly and not healed properly, there is such anger in people that they will look at a soldier, look at one. They don't know what it is. Look at one and go, fuck you. You don't deserve to smoke weed. What the fuck? You don't know PTSD. That means that these people had parents that didn't identify anything wrong with their child. Their child could have had a headache. You don't have a headache, you're just pretending. This child could have had an upset stomach. You don't have an upset stomach, you're pretending. This person, these people that collective is dealing with were gaslighted through their childhoods. Okay, that's why you're coming face to face with them. Okay, because even through your trials and tribulations, even if you're alone, you have no family, you have no support. These people have support systems. They've got family all around them that listen to their crying messages all day, that they're being bullied and they can't handle anymore because the shit that they're putting out to everybody, they're finally getting back. These are cry wolf people. These are people that go and poke bears and wonder why their faces get snatched off. Oh, and then go and call the guard to fucking kill the bear because they just poked it and got hurt. Okay? These people are they're like walking into an acid-filled room, walking into a room of meth. Okay, if you know what meth is, you walk into that room, it's like acid in your fucking eyes. It's a cloud of fucking chemical that I can't even inhale. I start to, if meth gets in my lungs, secondhand meth gets in my lungs, oh my God, I start to choke. I purposely won't breathe. Okay, a lot of times I have to run up to my apartment because we don't have like air ducts in our apartment. These are old houses, right? So my apartment it's not ventilated by the other apartment. So if the lobby has meth in it, I have to run through the lobby to get into my apartment because I can't breathe in that chemical. Okay, like people don't realize what others have gone through or are going through. So you just got this king of queen. Okay, this is how bad this energy is. Okay, this is you. Okay, the analogy is somebody just came back from war, from killing people, from seeing genocide. Okay, from watching women getting raped and stoned and beaten and bombs going off, for fuck's sakes. Okay, they got home from a nightmare. And they figured out how to heal. They figured out in a world where you are 1000% alone once you get into this fucking situation, and they learned how to turn that light back on. Okay? And then you had these motherfuckers, these dirty, greedy, selfish motherfuckers walk into your life and take the one thing that you built with all your healing because they said that you weren't ready for it, that you're too battled, you're too much in your PTSD, you don't deserve it. It's like taking a puppy away from us. Like, why would you do that? And then what they did with the puppy, what they did with the tree is destroy it because they don't even know what they're doing. Because if they knew what they were doing, they would never walk into anybody's life and steal anything thinking that they were better than the person who created it. This is like CPS. This is like somebody walking into your house and taking your kids away from you after you just dedicated your fucking life to making sure that they had fucking food on their plates every day, that they were never alone. But somebody saw little Jimmy walk to the store all by himself and call CPS. And little did they know that Jimmy's got a tracking device on him. He's also got a cell phone on him. And he's doing a trip to the store for his mom really quick because she needs his help. But she gets fucking booked for letting her kid walk to the store because somebody thinks that they know what's going on in that house when they've never even walked into it. I just heard hallelujah. Oh my God, there is such a reason why I do this channel. Oh, God bless me. Oh, listen to that song. Is just gonna sing. Woo! That is high vibration, people. That is what we were talking about. He's a low life, non-energetic vampire slut, little witch ass whores need to fucking fuck off and die. Okay, they need to go burn. All right, they need to get a fucking taste of their own medicine. This king of queen needs to get taken the fuck down. And you know what? This veteran is gonna do that. I feel like with this reading, I feel like this was a lawsuit. Okay, even if it's not actually coming through as a lawsuit in this world, it was a lawsuit. There is chain of command here. There is justice. Okay, there is speech for the people. There is a hierarchy here that is higher than the people who think that they can take your work and go and put it into the closet and no one's going to know that you created it because they fucking scratched your name off of it. Wow. Yeah, no doubt. It's a little bit, I feel like a little bit of a clapback with that. I do. I like that. Snitches get stitches. Okay. And they lose something. Oh yeah, let's do this deck. Okay. I can't believe how good some shit is going right now that I'm just like, you know what? They can't take me off this high horse that they tried. Because even as broke as I've been, even homeless, I never stopped being happy. I don't care. Even when I was homeless, like I was like, all right, this is all right. This is just a new way we're going to do life for a little while. There's nothing wrong with it. This is where we are. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make our own water for some snow. All right. We're going to eat fucking mustard and we're going to be homeless for a little while. This is what we're going to do. And my sister and I fucking did it. We trucked through it. We got through it, made us stronger, made us bolder. People don't know. And like, once you get to a point in your life, I swear, there is a certain point where you do technically become a little bit isolated because you don't have anything in common with anybody that's around you anymore. You've been elevated. You've been put to a level where the elite are, okay? You're off the mosh pit. You're not on the bottom where all those rats are, those disgusting energies that think they can cast shadows over people. You're up, and you have to keep that going. You have to keep that flame alive, you know, because if you get, you know, I dated this guy once, and he let the darkness take him over. He listened to things that wasn't happening. He, when I spoke, heard something else come through my voice. If you want to let it in, you want to let the darkness in, you want to believe, okay, that a situation is going to get you nowhere, then it is going to get you nowhere. If you want to believe that some witch can take you down, she is going to take you down. But if you rise above it, they can't touch you because you're going to be somewhere. They can't even look up, man. They can't even look over. They're going to rubberneck. They're going to break their neck trying to look at where you are. And they're going to, you know why? Because they want to look up your skirt. You know, they want to look at your shit. Everybody is greasy. Consider most of your friends around you gay. You know, if they're the same sex as you. They want to get in your fucking pussy. They want up your ass. They want in your head. They fuck, you know, and it's just, friends are very dangerous. You know, watch who you hang out with. Watch who you expose yourself to. Watch who you give complete control over. Watch who you let beat you up. You know, all those things define you as a character. Tell you what you deserve in this life. Okay, Watchtowers of the East with spring and broomstick clearing. So we're picking up a huge, you see how I did the song bowl? Okay, you know what this cost me? $60, okay? And it honestly, when I kind of do like a little experiment, if I start the bowl and it doesn't immediately start to make noise, then there's something in my house that's attributing to darkness. Okay, and I just keep going and I'll go all around the house. And if the song bowl doesn't start singing immediately, then I know that there's a dark energy. So she's already starting to make noise right away, not even trying. So I know that this room is clear. Okay, this hits a frequency, okay, that, I don't know, from what I understand is like detrimental to lower class energies, okay, to the unvibrational kind of spookies that walk this earth, okay? They're not trying to stay in tune with their positivity and their energy. They don't have any energy. They don't have any balance. They're just, you know, empty vessels walking around just waiting to watch somebody trip and fall and hurt themselves and get angry and allow that energy to come in. Okay, so somebody really has to do a clearing so then a spring awakening can happen. Okay, so it's almost like somebody is on the verge, okay, of a massive upgrade, I just heard. And we have cloak concealment, okay, in reverse, which means I feel like your magic is now protected. Okay, that if you are cloaked, it's actually concealing you. If you do have energies around you and you're trying to, you know, if you're trying to do magic or something like that, or concealment spells or something like that, okay, try to clear the energy, you know, set the foundation, light your polo, become grounded, okay, put that pillar of light over your head, start a Reiki session, keep that light around you. Magic is very bright, it's very magical, it's very high frequency, okay, but when the dark layers get a hold of it, they manipulate it, they twist it, they use it to their advantage, okay, which is what any dark entity does. Okay, it's what depression is. Okay, it's taking your happiness and it's twisting it. Awakening, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so somebody is going through an awakening, and this awakening is going to be very fragile, which means as you awaken, you have to keep clear, because you will awaken parts of your body, okay, that were temporarily taken over by energies that have now been asked to vacate the premises. Okay, that's like asking a car to leave your parking lot. Once they leave, that spot is now empty for something else to park in. So you have to replace that empty parking spot with light, so that nothing can park its nasty little chariot there again and disrupt whatever it is that you're doing, thinking that they're just allowed to follow you around and stalk you, okay, and try to take top opportunities away from you because they're more powerful than you. When we know that if people are trying to take opportunities away from you, it's because they're weaker than you, not because they are stronger, which means they will fight dirty while you are still and will always remain clean, okay? So clearance is very important. There's rebirth. Clearance, awakening with rebirth. The universe isn't fucking around with you. Okay? This is a season lined up that somebody is taking seriously. And the only way to rebirth through it is if you keep yourself cleared, concealed, and protected at all times while this manifestation occurs. Okay? It's like, the stages of a baby. If you are subject to miscarriages, you might not want to tell people that you're pregnant until you start showing. Okay, you might not want to reveal the secret in which you are, concocting in your cauldron. Okay, nobody needs to know what you're doing. There's shadows, scrying mirror with magical circle. You see what I mean? The universe wants you to protect yourself. It does not want you outing anything that you're doing. Okay, keep it all clean, keep it all light, keep it all screened. Okay, don't let anybody see it. There's one with intention, because your intention is being set. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're setting intention and you're setting your days, and somebody around you does not like that. They think that they can have power over you and they can't. Okay, this is part of your rebirth. It's just another test, okay, to see if this witch can get into your psyche again. And this time you're going to keep the steps that you need in order to keep this manifestation from being stolen again. Okay, they might have stopped your awakening and your rebirth for quite a while by looking through a scrying mirror. Someone's trying to find out information about you. Okay, familiar with Guardian in reverse. Again, with the shadow scrying in reverse. They're not getting, altar in reverse. Whoever this person is that you need to stay protected from, they're doing things to try to see what you're up to. Okay, so they're trying to see, they're trying to see in your life before you reveal it. That's a hard gift to do. So this person is using a lot of magic to see what it is that you are doing. Nobody else, just you. Okay, they have dedicated quite a lot of time and quite a lot of effort to scrying in this mirror to find out what is going on with you. Okay, so the cloak of concealment, the setting the intention, the allowing the rebirth with protection is 100,000% necessary for you to make it through this last test. There's a test coming. Goddess in reverse. This is who it is. You're being tested by, whoever this person is, this goddess is trying to get into your protective circle. Okay, we have cleansing with air imagination. So this person is trying to get into you emotionally. Okay, they're trying to hit you with the air. There's ritual with invocation. They're trying to initiate magic against you. They're trying to possibly push the current against you. Anything to get you blown off your broom, blown off your path. Okay, get you walking in the opposite direction of that you came. Honestly, feminine energies have been coming up a lot recently because there's chalice in reverse. Their husbands are all cheating on them because they walked away from their marriages expecting their husbands to chase them, and they didn't. Okay, some of these bitches even went so far as to cheat on their husbands, expecting that to get their attention. And all it did was make their husbands cheat back on them. Okay, so these women are very desperate. They're very needy. Okay, and they're using I can see them. They're so angry that they're using their last bit of energy, which means if they are waving their wand about, it's going to backlash and hit them in the face. If they try to put this magic out, they're not going to get it. Okay, they're trying to drink something. They're trying to drink in your essence. They're trying to drink in your spirit. It's not working. Okay, it might have worked in the past. That's nice. It doesn't matter. They're losing their power. And you're getting more powerful. You're realizing the sequence of events events that are fucking over your life, and you're showing how you can protect yourself now. Okay, this person is using their familiars. They're trying to get into their cat's head. Okay, maybe they're trying to send a fucking bird your way to look in your windows, and then they're trying to see the bird's eye. Okay, they want to know what you're doing, and it's bullshit. Okay, it's all bullshit. This person has a serious fucking obsession with you, and the universe is here to call it out. We're going to call a spade a spade. This person is a spade. Okay, and they're imprinting on your life. Intensification. Okay, they're imprinting on your life, and it needs to stop. There's autumn. Okay, autumn is when spring gets shut down. Well, summer shuts down spring, but you know what I mean? The whole growing of everything, autumn shuts that down because autumn sets winter in motion. Okay, so this is the universe setting this in motion, that whoever had the rebirth on your life, whoever's been invoking your energy, you have now cleared out, or you're going to very quickly. Because it's an energy in reverse. Okay, there's athame with boundaries. You have to set your boundaries. Okay, if this makes sense to you, the only way to get this feminine energy away from you is to set your boundaries. Put your guard up. Okay, that just because it looks like a nice woman, just because it looks like an old woman, it doesn't mean they're a good woman. Watch the movie The Devil by M. Night Shyamalan. Jumps into an old lady. Even old ladies steal. Even old men are pedophiles, okay? Just because they're old and they have age spots, it doesn't mean that their whole records get to get cleared because now they're old. No. No. Okay? So, this person is fucked. I feel like this is an old woman. Maybe it is. Maybe it's an old-ass fucking bitch. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your grandmother. Thinking that she can fucking still fuck over her grandkids. Ooh, hand fasting with union. Okay, this is somebody around you that has a pull on your life. Okay, and that's why they're trying to steer you in another direction. They don't want you to wake up. Ooh, their stability. They don't want you to get on your own 2 feet. This person's making you crawl when you need to get up and run. It's not even like you need to walk anymore. You need to run, and they're making you crawl. Okay, that's, that is, I just heard defamation of character. So they're talking shit about you. They're gossiping about you. They're telling people that you need to crawl, that you don't deserve to walk, that you're a baby. Woo! Ooh! Ooh! You know what? Honestly, whoever did this evaluation on you is going to get that done themselves, okay? They're going to get a fucking valuation of a lifetime. Whatever this is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Almost as bad as that King of Queen reading. Honestly, these people walk into collectives' lives thinking that they can just do whatever they want. It's like, it blows my mind. I've never even walked on a job thinking that I'm allowed to just do whatever I want. I followed this job so to the T that I was doing a job better than the woman who was training me, and she got me fired because I was a better server than her. Like, I couldn't believe some of the shit that women have done to me. And I'm like, you call yourself a woman, really? You say you're in your energy and you just attacked me. You're not in your energy then. You're in your masculine energy because you want to attack things that you know are vulnerable because you think you're strong when really you're fucking weak. Anybody that tries to control somebody, they're showing their weakness. That's their weakness, is that they have to control. And if they fully controlled their own vessel, they wouldn't want to control anybody else. Because everybody knows that if you're in control of yourself, that's a big enough vessel for anybody, okay? You do not need to be going and jumping on other people's boats and going and trying to drive everybody else's boat around when you've got your own fucking yacht to control, okay? But you know, that entitlement, I can do whatever I want. I've got more money, which means I've got more status. I've got more friends, which means I'm more popular. If I'm more popular, I'm more in demand, which means I'm more vulnerable, like I'm more valuable than you here. And like, people will feed themselves that shit. Let them drink it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because once they get in, once they step to you, it's judgment time. Collective doesn't fuck around. So, riddle me that. All right, what are we at? 45-28. Okay. I don't have that much time left. So we're going to finish it off with one final reading before I exit the building. Okay, so last message. Take what resonates, if it does. But first card down is the watching you card. So you have somebody who's watching you. And, I mean, that can sound simple enough, you know, like, oh, yeah, well, I'm on social media, everybody watches me. But no, this person is also, who's watching you is also having dreams about you. And they walked away from you thinking that they could just replace you, that you were just something that they could find at the next place, you know, like you were nothing special. And man, are they ever biting their tongue now. Wow. Like this is somebody who, you know, they got their cake and they ate it too. You know that? Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know, I don't know why they say that, because, like, isn't it once you have a cake, you should eat it or it's going to go bad? But this person just decided to, you know, kind of like throw whatever it was that you were doing away. Like, you were, you know, so replaceable, you know, and that is a hard lesson for them to learn. I don't know why they had to learn it with you, but they have to learn that people are not replaceable, and you want to think that they are, you know, just like dogs. I mean, I knew this guy who had a dog for like 18 years or something like that, and it died. And instead of grieving the dog, he ran out and bought the exact same dog, okay, just a different color, and just replaced the dog. And then I talked to him a couple of years later, and we were talking about the dog, and I was like, oh, you got another, that same breed? And he was like, yeah, but he is nothing like, and then said the dead dog's name. And I was like, well, no, why would he be like the dead dog? Why would you think that? Like, and you know what sucks is because when he got that dog, he was like 18 or 17, 18, something, maybe 19 or something. And he bonded with that dog so much. Like, he spent day and night with that dog, training him. You know, he's one of the kind of those show dogs, you know, that can really be trained. And he trained this dog. Like, he made this dog an incredible little piece of machinery, you know, really, honestly, like, obeyed, had secret words, fucking, you know, just was a little powerhouse. Like, he was awesome, right? And when he died, you know, to think that to forget that he put all that effort into him, and to forget that it took him months, you know, of only him and that dog together. Like, now he's got kids and a fucking wife and, you know, 100 other dogs and all this shit. And I'm like, you just expected a dog to just duplicate the other dog? Like, you didn't even try. You didn't even try to train him. You didn't even try to get him to be like the other dog. You just expected him to be because he looks like it? Like, what the fuck? And you have kids and you're married and you call yourself a grown-up, honey? You haven't healed at all. Okay, but that's what people do. They, instead of healing, they put more on their plate. Instead of healing, they fucking add an addition. Instead of healing, they fucking go on a trip. I mean, it's so sad that people don't just stop for a fucking moment to get their life in check. That instead of stopping, they have to go and see what you're doing, because that's what they're doing. The world is giving them this time off and they're fucking watching you. Okay, like, honest to fuck. I mean, how pathetic is that? It's like, get a fucking life, get a job, get a girlfriend, get anything. Stop watching your past that you said was so easily replaceable and crying every day because you can't get it back. Like, that's not even trying to get it back. That's just seeing how much of a loser they are, okay, and then putting out the fucking waterworks. Like, I mean, I don't know why people think that life is supposed to be so easy and everybody's supposed to just walk right up to you and you don't have to try. And if the world doesn't give you something, then put your fucking middle fingers up that you don't deserve it and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, having to work hard now seems to be so overpassed. It's, oh, you just need to be hot. You just need to look a certain way. It doesn't matter if you can handle the job. It doesn't matter how much information you know. Do you gossip a lot? Because if you don't, you're not wanted here. Do you drink a lot? Because if you don't, you're not wanted here. If you don't get along with everybody, you're not wanted here. Okay. And that's obviously there was people around this person who's watching you that didn't like you, and they couldn't handle that. Okay. They couldn't handle people not liking you. Because it's a popularity contest. Everybody's got to love everybody, but nobody loves everybody. It's all a fucking front. Whoever this person is around, they're absolutely full of shit. You are the only genuine, okay, which is why they think that they could replace you, because they didn't even believe that you were genuine to begin with. Okay, now they're watching it. Now they realize that you actually are, and they're still crying their fucking ass. They're still wetting their diapers, okay? Like, honestly, what the fuck? Grow up. And I even fucking hate to say that, because it's like, I just don't know why they have to come into this reading and just run the fucking reading talking about you. I'm not even lying. They're talking about you. They're not even going to talk to you, but they're going to talk about you. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's gossiping. They're gossiping about you. They could probably say, well, I'm talking good about you. If you were talking good about me, you would be talking to me. Why are you talking about me? That's not good. People shouldn't be talking about you. Okay? Dreaming about you. What did I fucking tell you? There it is, right there. Dreaming about you. Up all night. This person is so fucking obsessed with you, honestly. Oh, and there's the open window. So you're getting out of this. Good for you. Fuck this person. Honestly, because you know what? If they had any right sort of judgment in their mind, they would be talking to you and not about you. They would be saying they fucked up and they thought they could replace you, but no, they're talking about you. They could be telling you that they're having dreams about you, but no, they're talking about you. They could say, I've been up all night and I'm losing my sleep, but no, they're telling it to other people about you. I mean, this person is the epitome of a coward, and I don't know if they're expecting you to reach out to them. I don't know. I don't even know why this is coming out. I don't even know why this is fucking relevant. They lied about you. Well, there it is. They're also out. It's not only they're talking about you, but they're also lying about you. So they told lies. You know what I'm getting? They could have, if you are like in the same group of people, this person, if they were dating you, they went and they lied about something about you so that nobody would date you. Okay, that's what their motive was. If this was your friend, then they tried to get everybody to not be friends with you. You know, that's their motive. That they were only like, ugh. They I don't know. The thing is that I feel like you showed them something like, this is going to be such a good adventure. And, you know, because you're so genuine that you might have just made a genuine statement to them. And they were like, oh, my God, I can't handle any of this. And you were like, yo, I'm just saying that, like, we get along. Like, you've got somebody that was so terrified of commitment. So then they went and lied about you because they couldn't be with you. They didn't want to be with you, or they needed some more time. So then they go out, they spread these lies about you. So then nobody will date you. So then they can get their time, okay, to put themselves together. But like, they're not coming back. So they kept you single, talked shit about you for absolutely no reason, and then changed their mind. Wow. Like, what a fucking piece of work. Wow. I hope this person gets this back like times 10. I'm not even saying times 3 anymore because times 3 is for pussies. They've got the times 3 and it's not doing anything to them. Okay, they're bouncing off the times 3. Okay, so now they're going to get times 10. I like to see them bounce back off of times 10. Up all night. Up all night. See the eyes wide open? Up all night. Dreaming about you, watching you, having visions of you. And again, they could just call you up. Hell, they could call you up in the middle of the night and leave you a voice message. But they're such a fucking coward that they won't. That time is up. Okay, the universe gave them the dreams. They gave them the downloads. They gave them the signs. They told them to talk to you. They said the line was open. They opened the window. They literally, this is how the analogy, this is how much spirit tried to tell them that you had the door open and were ready to talk to them. But because you didn't make the move on something they were supposed to do, they never came close to you. So this is what it was. Okay, this person finally gets the fucking strength to come near you. Okay, but you don't really know that they're there. Okay, but they're like around your house or something like that. This is what you did. Okay, you went around your house and suddenly opened up all the windows, and then you were outside. And they were like, no. I'm seeing, no. They're too confrontational. You didn't even know they were there. They called you confrontational. So like this person needs to get over, because the way that I see this is somebody that you do not want to be around. Okay, this is what do they call that? This is loose cannon. Okay, this is somebody that shouldn't be trusted with you because they are going to run away again. This is the kind of person that they're going to go in and out, like suddenly they're all in and they'll be like, I want you to move in, blah, blah. And like the next week, all of a sudden they're not talking to you because the next week you were supposed to move in, but now they don't really want you to because blowing shit up your ass before for some fucking reason. It's like that kind of, okay, then they're going to say that they want it and then they're going to pull out. And then they're going to say that they want it again and they're going to pull out. So this is a very, very dangerous energy. Okay, which is why we're bringing it up. Like, if this is how you feel, just know, okay, that the universe is going to give you something else. There's the gift. Okay. And I just looked at the word remember. It's written on the bottom of the screen there. Literally, I'll put my finger at it. It's right there because it says, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay. So for some reason, I just read that. And now I'm looking like, yeah, they needed to follow the community guidelines. Okay. They needed to do so many things. You were just on the screen. You weren't supposed to do anything. You still aren't supposed to do anything. And honestly, if this relates to you, you might not even know who you're talking about. You might know who I'm talking about, but at the same time, you're like, okay, what they did this and this and this to me. Why would they ever expect me to call them? Yeah, I know. Why would they ever expect you to call them? You wouldn't. It's an unreachable expectation that got put on you and costed you a relationship you didn't even know about. Oh my God. They blamed you for walking away from a relationship that you didn't even know could have happened with them. No wonder they're up all night. This person's fucking loco. Okay, they got some fucking screamers up there. They're listening like they're fucking schizophrenic. Okay, you need to stay away from this person if this resonates. This person is fucking crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if this person comes to your house at night and fucking stares at your window. Like, I mean, it seems like they're fucking bloody obsessed. Lying about you. That's just lying about you. People who are out there lying about you are so obsessed with you, okay, that they have to keep the chatter alive with you, and they make people listen to anything they want to say. Like they're very addictive. They're very charismatic. They make it seem like they really know what they're talking about. They've told people that you've hurt them in some way, that you're very vindictive, okay, that you're the one that needs to be watched. You're the one that needs to be put behind bars while they're stalking you. Okay, so can you see how they're putting things onto your plate that they're doing? And you don't even know that they're, okay, so not only are they stalking you, okay, but then they're telling other people that you're stalking them and you don't even know they're stalking you, and like you don't care, but they're telling people you're stalking them. Wow. 2 tickets to paradise. This person took 2 tickets to fucking delusional paradise, and they think you're right there and you're not. So like they must be reading signs. Like, okay, so if you are dating somebody, all right, they think that you're just messing with them or something. Okay. If you, I don't know, if something's going really well in your life, they think that you're just putting it up because, to make them jealous or something like that. Like, this person's clearly is like sick. Okay. Very narcissistic. For some reason, just think the whole fucking world revolves around them. Okay. And I just heard sucker punch. So whatever this person is going to basically, whatever this person is going to go through for doing this to you, just remember that the universe is opening up a door for you to get away to this person. The way that I see it, see how they're looking through those binoculars? Okay. But what she's looking at really is this door, is this window. Okay. So really, they're going to see you escape and they're not going to be able to stop it. Okay. That's how it's going to turn out. Okay. They're going to watch you walk away and they're going to have to. Okay, they're not going to be like people who are stalking you or lying about you. I mean, that energy is only going to stay so active as long as people entertain it. Okay, and there's going to be a point where they're just going to start blabbing their mouth to strangers. Okay, there's a message coming in for you. They're just blabbing to strangers. I mean, people don't even want to hear what they have to say about you anymore. So they're just telling anybody that'll listen. Okay, so this person, I mean, what goes around comes around. They get talked about as much as they talk. Okay, they get gossiped about as much as they gossip. Okay, the people that they're talking to are also talking about them. Okay, that's what they don't realize. That's how toxic people are, and that's how relationships work. Okay, if somebody is sitting around talking about somebody with you, you don't think that they're going to go to their friends and sit and talk about you, right? Like, honestly, it is what goes around comes around. Like, and to believe that people don't talk about you is very naive. And to believe that somebody who is breaking the law right in front of you won't break the law behind your back is just, again, very naive. Okay. So whoever this person is, it doesn't even matter how old they are. They're still, 17 at heart, 18 at heart. They still think that, they're allowed to violate. They're, that teenage angst. I'm allowed. What? Because mommy and daddy fucking, had rules written down that you were supposed to do. They're taking mommy and daddy's rules out on you right now. Because this is all still stuff that stems from their childhood. People are carrying around shit from their childhood that they had no fucking idea about because they won't address that something was wrong in their childhood. Because they want to make their parents appear perfect. What, because they're old? They're suddenly perfect? What the fuck? Now that they're old, they should be able to identify what they did wrong. But if they're children, like they're raising, then you try to identify something that mommy or daddy did wrong, and now suddenly you're out of the fucking house, get away from us. That's the shit that we sweep under the rug. We don't talk about that stuff. You know the rules. Guess what? Abuse, abuse, abuse. Anybody that doesn't allow you to tell your side of the story is abusing you. Anybody that doesn't listen to your side of the story is abusing you. Anybody that judges you for something that they don't even know your side of the story on is abuse. Okay, but people don't realize that because they've been so abused, they've been so violated, they've been so, put up against the fucking wall themselves that they don't realize that that's what they're doing to everybody else. Claiming to be a victim of somebody's abuse while they're abusing. Giving the reason why they're abusing. Okay? So it's very like, whatever is going on with this, okay, what is this on the top here? On time. Woo! Okay, so something is set for collective on time here. Okay, whatever this person is doing, I don't honestly, it's not even on your fucking front burner. You know what I mean? You're not even cooking with it. You got nothing to do with this. That I think Spirit is just letting you know that you have some type of like ex out there that is like seriously obsessed with you. Okay, and I mean, you need to know obviously because I don't know. Maybe you think that all your ex-boyfriends hate you. Well, the universe is here to tell you one of them is still pretty obsessed with you. Okay. And they're dreaming about you and they're up all night with you and they refuse to message you. They refuse to talk to you. And yet they're stalking you, so the universe needs you to know, like if you sent messages out to somebody and they were not returned, if you called somebody, left voicemails, they were not returned. This is the person who's up all night. Can't even send a fucking text message. Can't even fucking type out a couple of words and write them to you. Okay? And that they're worthy of your time or even of this reading. Again, once they get up on that high horse, it's really hard to get them down. Okay, so that's why this person is very toxic for you. And I really don't think that even if they reach out to you, if somebody recently messages you and you're like, ugh, what the fuck? But then you go, well, maybe they're changed. They're not changed. They are not fucking changed. Okay, they're the same ex-sleazeball that they were back then. Okay, and if they were, think of it this way. If somebody comes through the woodwork, they blame something on you, or they say, I'm dreaming about you. What have you been doing to my head? Blah, blah, blah. They blame something on you about why they're coming forward. Don't talk to them. They haven't changed. They're such a coward and so high in their pride that they have to blame it on you for them to be contacting you when you haven't contacted them for fucking years. Okay. Again, very narcissistic, and to pass it on to collective instead of just, well, maybe they're going to, because that's the thing is this person might think that you're going to reject them. And in that case, then they're going to keep their pride very high. Okay. Because they don't want to look like a loser if you reject them. Because the thing is that I'm pretty sure you're going to. I'm pretty sure you're going to tell them, I told you I wasn't replaceable. I told you I'm one of a kind. You're that stupid to watch me walk away and then stalk me and then tell me the only reason why you're coming forward is my fault. Like, again, I mean, that's immature energies. Collective is over that now. We're past that level. We don't deal with children who call us up blaming us for things of why they're calling. Okay? If you can't take responsibility for what it is that you're playing out in your life right now, collective can't have anything to do with you. They're up against the wall with their own truth, right? With their own Ace of Swords. Okay? So like I said, I gotta go. I got a crazy ass day ahead of me and a crazy ass weekend ahead of me, and just, oh my God, like I'm tired. I know. I'm already tired of just thinking of all the things that I have to do. But I'm happy to do it, so here we go. Tarot is going to be put on the back burner, obviously, because my life takes way more precedent than this. But I do want to continue doing readings through this extremely elevating, leveling up time. I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to do it. So if you can catch me live, honestly, send those telepathic questions in. I would love to answer them when I have time. And if you want a personal reading, it's like 2-3 weeks at least before I'm like even responding. I'm so backed up with personal readings right now. The fucking energy is just coming in right now, okay, which is a good sign. So be patient with your emails and be patient with your responses. Know that I will respond. And you know, I just send all that love and light out there. Keep your personal, you know, your personal fire lit inside of you at all times. Don't let that dark energy inside you. Don't let those dark thoughts inside of you. Don't let them in your house, right? Keep that energy active and bright and motivated to continue forward, right? Because there's so many succubus energies out that really try to fuck with people. And you know what? They can if you keep that energy low. You keep that energy high. You keep moving forward. You tell them that there's no amount of black magic you can send my way that's ever going to stop me. I mean, you're ahead of the game. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. I'm so glad to be here, and I hope it resonates. Peace out. Word to your mothers. Be good. Love yous.